Doesn't matter where you go, there are stupid people everywhere doing stupid things. And one of the dumbest things people do is just want to run around with the crowd. So if you're with a bunch of people and they're doing something that you're sympathetic with, then the idea is you're supposed to jump on board. So here we have these people holding signs from the Answer Coalition that say racism is the disease, revolution is the cure. So they're basically saying that all the problems related to police brutality is just racism. So what they want to do is just get rid of the racism. So let me ask these people who are so brilliant some questions. If you get rid of the racism, are you still going to have the prison industrial complex? Are you still going to have the war on drugs? Are you still going to have corporations paying people a couple of cents per hour to work as slave labor in prisons? Are you still going to have the culture within the police that allows individual police officers to do just about anything, up to including murder, and get away with it? Are you still going to leave intact the relationships between the police and district attorney's office? Are you still going to keep intact our basic socioeconomic system as an entire entity, including the constant class warfare against those who are poorest? So you're basically just leaving everything intact because you're not focused on those other things. You're saying racism is the disease. You're not saying racism is an aspect of certain things with certain problems within society as a whole, which it certainly is. I think people of certain races are targeted by the police more in order to serve things such as the prison industrial complex. But you're not saying it's an aspect of what's going on. You're saying it is the problem. So because that's the problem, where is your revolution? You say revolution is the cure. But a revolution what? Is this a revolution against politics? Well, apparently not, because you want to be playing the same game that the white people are playing. You just want to get rid of racism and be like a white person. That seems to be the goal over here. Hey, so guess what? If you're a white person and you're poor, life sucks. If you're a white person and you don't have a place to live, then you're homeless. So you can walk out into the street and you can see lots of homeless white people. If you're a white person and you're murdered by the cop is probably going to get away with it. And you can go to YouTube and watch video after video after video like that. You know, if you're a white person, you can get arrested for drugs and you can spend years and years in prison and you can work for corporations for a couple of cents an hour. You know, if you're a white person, go try to talk to your representative if you don't have millions and millions of dollars like some corporations such as Monsanto. So your revolution really isn't getting that fucking far. You know, you either want to pay attention to the real problems or you want to be a fucking moron. And that's what this is. This is about people who just want to be fucking idiots and jump along with the crowd. I don't even think that a lot of this protest is genuine anymore. It's right out to the Manhattan Bridge. That's so fucking stupid. It's more like just this general expression of social angst than actually protesting against, you know, anything legitimate at this point. If you're just going to protest against the vagueness of racism or just accuse the police of being racist without even looking at the policies from the top down or why those policies are in place. And then you have this infusion of anti-white racism that comes in, and I think if anyone has been familiar with more of the radical extreme left, so not everyone but definitely people like myself who have gone to many different groups and protest activities and so forth, what you'll have is an infusion of people who have a very poor understanding of politics or economics or anything, and they'll start bringing in all this type of anti-white racism. They're not going to say I'm anti-white, but I mean you will start going towards that direction, and you'll have a lot of white people there jumping on the bandwagon with this as well. And I would add that when it gets to the point where the fact that the police will murder white people as well and throw white people in prison for bullshit and beat up white people and all that, yeah, and that fact has somehow just been eviscerated from this protest movement. As you know, it's not even a side that the police brutality against all people is a problem, but it's very specific that police brutality against black people is a problem, and therefore it either is not a problem if the police attack white people or the police never attack white people, both of which are not true. So what you're really getting at is this type of white racism without people saying that they're racist against white people. The problem with this isn't that you're offending white people, because white people don't give a fuck. The problem is that your understanding of reality is warped, that you're not protesting reality, that you're protesting your fantasy of racism being the primary problem, and that's going to lead your movement astray to or in a direction that is really meaningless. Okay, bye.